All right, so it's time to begin with the five, as we do here every single day. We're tracking the money in the sports industry. So what are some of the ways that sports teams and individual athletes make money in the country? Well, we have compiled that info here for you. The number one way, of course, is sponsorship. Now, there are a number of sponsors that give to national teams. The first source of revenue, of course, is from international federations. So, for example, the World Rugby gives funds to Kenya Rugby, while FIFA, the International Football Federation, gives money to FKF, while World Athletics gives to Athletics Kenya. The government and its agencies also give money to the local teams. The national football team, Harambee Stars, received 244 million shillings from the Kenya government to participate in the Africa Cup of Nations in the year 2019. Corporates also sponsor clubs in various sports. Magical Kenya and Bidco both sponsor Shujaa, the Kenya men rugby sevens team. Now, we've also seen several corporates come up to be the title sponsors of various leagues. The money they give is shared among the clubs in that league. For example, in Kenya, we have a betting firm that has sponsored the Kenya Premier League to the tune of 1.2 billion shillings spread over a 5-year period, where each KPL club will receive 8 million Kenya shillings per season. Then we'll also have corporates who will choose to sponsor individual teams rather than an entire league. Like, you know, KCB sponsoring rugby, football and volleyball teams. Resolution Health is sponsoring Impala Saracens Rugby Club. We'll be speaking to the founder of that in just a moment. And there are also betting firms sponsoring Gor Mahia and AFC Leopards. Corporates can also sponsor individual athletes. This is through what we call endorsements, and as you know, these can be quite lucrative for the athlete. Eliud Kipchoge has endorsements from at least 3 companies: Nike, Safaricom, Magical Kenya, therefore, and Isuzu. MasterCard, you know, has a deal with Collins Injera. Meanwhile, Nivea is endorsing rugby star Dennis Ombachi, who's recently become a cooking sensation on the internet. Now, the number 2 way that money is made is through broadcasting rights. So sports channels will purchase exclusive rights to broadcast specific leagues and international tournaments, and that money is distributed among the clubs who participate. Star Times purchased rights to the FKF League at a price of $1.1 million. That's about 119 million Kenya shillings. This is a deal that will run over a 7-year period and will certainly benefit the clubs in the league. Now, if you want to take a look at this other one that is very important, and that is ticketing. The third way that sportsmen and women earn money, it's all about you, your attendance, ticketing, right? When a football team plays at home, that is at their own stadium, they earn money from the ticket sales from that match. So let me give you an example. Arsenal Football Club made 13.4 billion Kenya shillings in match day revenue sales in 2019. Gor Mahia, which is one of the most popular and profitable clubs in the country, made 7 million Kenya shillings from match day sales in the 2018-2019 season. This is why you've been seeing campaigns like Jaza Study that urge fans to show up in their large numbers. And it also gives you a sense as to just how much the clubs are hurting during the COVID-19 pandemic when they're not being allowed to play with audiences due to the restrictions that we have seen in place. Now, let's take a look at another one. Another source of revenue in the country and in the sports world is prize money. Now, different entities or different competitions usually give different amounts as prize monies for the winners at different levels of the competition. The national football team, again, Harambee Stars, received 56 million Kenya shillings for finishing 3rd in their AFCON group. Bandari FC won the FKF Shield in 2019. They received 2 million Kenya shillings as prize money. The same, by the way, applies to individual sports. The marathon majors are the best illustration for this here. Now, I'm about to blow your mind with some figures here. The London Marathon prize money is $55,000. That's about 5.5 million Kenya shillings. Boston Marathon is 16.2 million, while the Chicago Marathon earns the winner 10.8 million shillings. Now, Eliud Kipchoge won the London Marathon in 2015, 2016, 17, 18, and 19. Do that math, it comes to close to 28 million Kenya shillings. Meanwhile, Bridget Kosgei, as you may remember, won the London Marathon just a short while ago, and the 2 previous years, she also won the Chicago Marathon, 2017, 18, and 19, and that would bring her total earnings to 50.1 million shillings during those years. Don't forget, they also earned some extra money for time bonuses and for setting records. Bridget, for example, broke the world record in 2019, earning a cool 8.1 million shillings, which would take her total earnings in the last 4 years to about 58 million shillings. That's a good amount of money, isn't it? Okay, elite marathoners or elite athletes also earn money from what is known as appearance fees, just for participating in the race. I know Tiger Woods also does the same thing. And those prize monies can range from 270,000 all the way to millions of shillings. Here is the number 5 way that you can make money in the sports industry. That is merchandising, all right? So now clubs, you know, make money from selling kits and other club merchandise to fans around the world. It's common to find shops selling jerseys around stadia or even club-owned stores that sell their own merchandise. Now, this has been quite lucrative abroad, but not so much here. Local clubs are still trying to do that. Here's an example. Manchester United made £102 million. That's about 14.3 billion shillings. Here, not so profitable, but clubs like AFC are doing their best and making some strides with this one. All right, now they sell their t-shirts and their jerseys about 3,000 Kenya shillings. Still much more to do with that. So that is just a summary of how many ways you can make money in this one. That is the 5 today.